Still that one, still that girl, still that chic, yeah. Still that boss making moves, getting rich, yeah. Crown on my head, ain't nobody.
Hey y'all, what's good, what's good, what's good? I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves and all of that good stuff and whatever and what's not. This is your girl SweetTiff, and I have some messages for you guys for the day. But first, as always, we're going to welcome Spirit in, and then we will get into your messages. Holy Spirit, of pure divine white light of the Most High God, I call you into this message. I ask that you grant me the ability to deliver clear and concise messages to the listener as you see fit. We thank you for all that you are, all that you have been, and all that you will continue to be. Amen, Ashe. Okay, y'all. So, let me throw out my disclaimers. Bits and pieces of the message could apply to you, if not the full message. Definitely go check out some of the other videos on the channel as they may resonate with you as well. If it is your message, receive it to be so. If it is not, let it flow. Okay. 111 just passed on the timer as well. So a lot of you guys are stepping into new beginnings, and that is a beautiful thing. Okay. For many of you, it could be, bittersweet. But it also could just be, seem to be some type of challenge, or it's more so of a thing where you were being challenged or you were finally overcoming certain challenges. And so this new beginning is really going to, help you see yourself, help you have more of an appreciation for the resilience of who you are, and just remind you of the fact that even though you were challenged, right, in a different way, in a new way, for some of you guys in the same way, right, just possibly maybe a different person, different place, different thing, yet you still overcame it. And it's really you realizing like this is nothing new. You are an overcomer. And so you will always end up, stepping into your new beginnings, even, with adversity and opposition. And it's something just about, being reminded of just who you are. It's like, maybe when you were going through certain challenges, you may have had certain doubts and, it can make you feel a little, some type of way, or possibly your confidence was, tested as well. But you guys passed your test with flying colors, and many of you are still confident regardless of the circumstances, right? So kudos to you, shout out to you. Okay, big up to you. All right, love on yourself, be proud of yourself, stop giving yourself such a hard time, because you're doing an amazing job. Okay. So there's something about people considering you to be lucky. Someone also could go by the name Lucky, like a nickname. Or you could have just, you just resonate with that in some way. People could always called you lucky. They're either, cause I'm getting that song, she's so lucky. She's a star, but she cries in her lonely heart. The Britney Spears Lucky song. So there could be something about, like, for many years, a lot of people always just kind of see you as this star, or this will be coming up soon where people see you as this star, or you're stepping into some type of stardom in some way, shape, or form. But neither here nor there. It's something about, like, people see you a certain way. They just see that you get the things you want, even if it's not, necessarily right in your timing. You still always kind of come out on top. You always seem to win. You could be someone who you can come off as lucky. Like every time you play the lottery or get a scratch off or go to the casino, or every time you are being chosen amongst a group of people, you're the one chosen. Like you could just be, and that speaks to something significant as well. You could just be a chosen one, or people can see you as this lucky or chosen one, or know that is exactly who you are. Or you could just be coming into the, like, because there's something about you already know this. But I feel like whoever you are, you don't resonate necessarily with the word lucky specifically. It's more of a, like, you consider yourself to be a chosen one. You know that you are chosen, but it's something about, because of a lot of adversity, opposition, things like that, delays, so on and so forth, it's kind of made you question that a lot. But it's like you really do acknowledge the fact that you do ultimately always come back out on top. There's just going to be, you know, certain things that come up against you, just as tests to really, you know, test you on if you know who you truly are deep down at its core. So this could just be something that people are like saying. There also could be something about like, there's times where you've been going through things and to the outsiders looking in, you just appear to be like lucky or chosen or the chosen one. But really people didn't know that, you know, deep down you were possibly hurting, or that you were really actually going through something, because it's something about like you just never really give that energy off, or you never really display that, or even if you spoke to it, like people probably wouldn't believe you because you just don't. You could even be someone who people feel like, so if there's someone who may know that you were going through challenges, it's like you never show that to the world. You know, you could be someone very much like, I forget the saying right now off the top of my head, but it's like never let your enemy see you sweat or something like that. So you could just very much be the person that's like, you know, people have been sending you attacks, you know, people have been wishing ill upon you in your life, but you wouldn't dare give them the satisfaction to see that necessarily. Now, if they come across it, they do, it is what it is, because it's given like you're very authentic. So you're still a realist. You're gonna be like, well, no, like life ain't perfect, like, you know, I'm going through this or I'm going through that, but you're not someone who you just like feel like broadcasting it to the world. You're like, oh, hey, you know, my car just broke down today, or oh, hey, you know, we just got evicted 2 years ago. But you know, it's like you're not someone who wants to broadcast your losses. But it's also something about you don't always broadcast your wins either. And some people could feel like that. Some people could feel like you're always, oh, they're just always sharing their wins. They don't ever tell us their down moments and whatever. And the funny thing about it is that people feel very entitled for nothing, because you owe nobody a thing but to love them, ultimately, right? So it's kind of funny that people feel like you even owe them the energy to explain anything that's taking place within your life, good or bad. Because the funny thing about it is, whoever these individuals are who feel so entitled to know when you're down or know when you're up, are people who either just want to take advantage of you, or people who want to just laugh at you when you are down. So it's like, it doesn't really matter either way, whether you're winning or you're losing. Their intentions aren't pure. Their intentions are good. They're not genuine. They are people who want to use you, or people who want to, you know, chastise you, make fun of you, when you are going through tough times. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get out of that energy. But yeah, it's just something about like you know, to onlookers, people could assume like you just live this grand life, but behind closed doors, there could have been a lot of things that you've dealt with that people would never even fathom. Some of you guys could actually go into, you know, sharing this in some way, shape, or form, whether it be via your YouTube vlog channel, writing a book, creating a movie. Like, some of you guys could be writers, and actually deciding to tell your story, whether you make it known that it's your specific story, or you just kind of putting different characters in place and saying, oh, you know, tell your story that way. There's also something about someone could be driving a red Benz, or you could be purchasing a new red Benz, or somebody could be gifting you that. There's also some of these people who like are the outside people looking in. These could be individuals that lost access to you in some way, shape, or form. These can be people that, like I said before, you know, you end up finding out that they didn't mean you well, or they were using you, or just it's going to be different for everybody, right? But these people, just, you come to find out they were not genuine people. These could be people even who did a lot of smiling in your face and, you know, talking a lot of stuff behind your back. You know what I'm saying? That could apply as well. And once you come to terms with the fact that you see the people for who they are, you could have released them and let them go, right? And I feel like it's a situation where you're someone who, not for granted, for one or two, y'all could have cussed a few folk out. Y'all might have had to fight them, so on and so forth. Or you could have even been someone who you did. You felt the need to expose these people in some way, shape, or form, so people knew the type of people that they really are. On the inside, because there's something about someone who is actually a terrible person. Like, they have a really nasty spirit, but to the public they try to make it seem like they're just so cool, and like they're just I don't know, it's a weird energy. I'm just gonna say that. But ultimately, there's someone who they're not loyal to anyone, not even to themselves. It's like there's someone who this person could be an air sign as well. This is someone who they talk a good gab. They could say a lot of really harsh things when they're mad, and they don't realize how significant that is when it comes to the power of the tongue. So they're just like basically. They're basically just, digging their own grave every time they speak negatively upon someone. But this could also be someone who they've spoken so much negativity. I'm also getting like Queen of Swords energy as well. They've spoken, Queen of Swords in reverse. Let me be clear on that. They've spoken so much like horrible things about you to others that it's like it's a boomerang effect, because it's never hit you, and for some of y'all it may have kind of hit you a little bit, you know what I'm saying, or even just delayed you partially. But there's something about the ice cream man could be significant as well. I'm hearing the ice cream man outside. There's something about like they're having to get the backlash from every ill word they've ever spoken upon you. And the funny thing about it is, it's like they did it to themselves, because now they're thinking it's you. They're thinking that you're out here 1144. Maybe that's significant for someone. You might want to look that angel number up as well. They're looking at you and telling people even that, man, like, it's some messed up stuff going on in my life, and I know why it's happening. Such and such, they do spell work. They're a witch, and they probably over there doing black magic on me. They probably do, lighting candles, all this other stuff. They're like, it's like someone who, this is what they really wish it was, but really it's themselves. They've done it to themselves. This person is very karmic, very, very karmic. This is also someone who, this is someone who could have initiated, like, trying to be your friend. This could be someone who's been a friend for a very long time as well. It doesn't have to be friend. It could be, any other type of connection. But for someone very specific, I am getting this was a friend. This could even be someone who over the years grown into more so of like, like a sister or like your best friend, things along the lines of that. And ultimately, when this person first met you, they were just curious about you. They were curious. They wanted to know what the buzz was about you. It could have been a lot of people that may have spoken your name, like, oh yeah, nah, she cool, or he cool, like, yeah, like, he's that dude, like, oh, she's that girl, like, you ain't met her, oh yeah, she's super cool, you have to check her out, you know what I'm saying? There's also something where somebody could have used to braid someone's hair as well. So like, say you had a dude and he had, he used to get his hair braided. She could have, been someone who braided his hair. She could have been interested in this guy, but he wasn't interested in her. And, maybe he was telling her about you, like, yeah, man, I love my girl, da 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 da. She's that, she's this. So, it made her jealous, made her feel some type of way. But she was one of those weird chicks who felt the need to, oh, well, I got to see who this is, and come try to befriend you. And then come to find out that you actually were pretty cool. But deep down in their spirit, there was still always that, like, malice, that that hater energy, that jealousy, and it turned into envy because this person wanted what you had. They wanted your personality. They wanted to dress like you. They wanted to hang around you so they could pick up on your mannerisms and so on and so forth, and just really get a feel for who you were as a person. This person could have also wanted to try to befriend you, to try to find out all of the bad things about you so that they could run and tell people these things. So for some of you guys, you had somebody in your corner who played to be so close to you, so loving. Oh, you're my girl, man. You my dog. Da, da, da. Whole time, any possible chance they got, they were trying to tell all your business to other people. They were trying to like smear your name, but would literally hop right back on the phone with you and be all, girl, yeah, because like it's one of those types. So that's a mess. But yeah, let's see, y'all. There's also something about, like, now this could apply to the same specific person story or whatever, but it doesn't have to. But whoever these individuals are who lost access to you, that you cut off, it's like you can see these people. Maybe you have mutual friends, or maybe you show up at an event and they happen to be there, or whatever, right? And it's something about you're cordial. Like, you're not someone who you hold on to stuff. You're super bitter. You want to fight people when you see them. Now, granted, I feel like the energy is of the opposite party. It is of that energy. But the fact that you don't reside or sit within that energetic field, this person can't even come to you with that type of energy, because you're someone who you move with love. You're someone who you're kind. You're going, you might see them, oh, hey, how you doing? And you might keep going on about your business. I don't feel like you're someone who you trying to sit and whatever. It's like you see them, are you going to dap them up? Okay, what's up, my guy? Yep. You going about your business. You might not even dap them up. You might just do a little quick little head, like, what up? And, going about your way. Whole time this person's like really like their blood is boiling, like they want to come punch you in the face, they want to slap you, they want to cuss you out, but they really can't even do that because, like I said, you're not even in that energetic field. And the fact that you send them love in the initiation, love conquers all. So it's going to immediately put out that fire, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention, it's like this person knows that if they attack you where it's visibly seen to others, which for many of them, people already see it, right? They can't hide it. People already realize, like, you talk about this person a lot, or every time this person's name come up, you got a whole lot of negative stuff to say, but wasn't y'all cool? So people are seeing that this person's like really like a trashy person. They're terrible. They know, like, obviously I can't be cool with you because you're shady. You could do me the same way you did this person. You probably tell all my business too, or whatever, and then some people are even seeing that this person fabricated a lot of lies as it pertains to you because they basically were jealous. There also could be something about someone having mood swings as well. So that could really be it as well. It's like this person has had, whenever dealing with you, mood swings so much so that it's like one minute they feel like they love you. They're like, man, I love them. They so cool. Da da da. And next minute, they can't stand you. They hate your guts. They think you're this terrible person. They want to fight you. All these crazy things.
You know that jet's promo tomorrow? Well,
but yeah, mood swings. So, you have to take that for what you will. Now, this could also apply to someone else or another situation. It does not have to be that specific person. And this could even be you. And so maybe this is a way to know that, something in this message resonates with you, okay? I'm hearing the name like Jessica as well. There's also something about like all of the people that began to see this person and see the situation for what it was, began to defend your name. Okay, this also doesn't have to apply to that specific situation. This could apply to something totally separate, but just know that people are defending your name when you're not around. If there are people who have things to say about you and they're not that of light, love, and good things, these people are quick to defend your name. They're like, yeah, I seen such and such the other day, and whoop de whoop de whoop, and they could tell just from the energy of the conversation or their facial expression that is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not that of the energy of which they feel like you deserve. So these people could be like, oh, hold on. Not too much on my people, like, or, hold on, wait a minute. Now, see, we're not going to do that, because would you say that to this person's face? Some of these people could even go to the extent of like telling them, like, so have you actually said this to this person? Because you sure got a whole lot to say. Matter of fact, do you want me to call them? Like, do you need me to let them know what you're saying? Like, what's going on? And this person is probably quick to shut up, because whoever this is, they would never say any of these things to your face. This person could be someone who's actually quite scared of you. Like, because like I said, one, they already are out here telling people you're a witch. So this person knows, like we spoke to before in the beginning, that you are a chosen one. They know that you're protected. They know that, speaking on your name and doing little silly stuff obviously is not the right thing to do, yet there's still, this person is not mentally well. I'm going to just throw that out there. I'm not going to stay on that too long. This actually could even be a follow-up to a prior message that I did a few days ago, where we spoke about someone having like a manic episode. Like, this person could not be well in their mental space. Because it's like they know that they shouldn't come up against you, and yet they still speak ill upon you. And then it just affects them and hits them in their life in many areas. And so when these things are happening, they know what it's from, but they want to, like, they hope so bad that it's you that's putting out the bad energy and sending it to them, when in reality they're doing it to themselves every time they speak bad upon you. So it's like they know it, but they're still like, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. Anyway, moving forward. So yeah, like, people are defending your name. You know what I'm saying? They're not with it. No, you're not gonna keep talking about this person. Like, you done said a few things, and I don't probably let you get it off your chest because I felt like, maybe you was going through something you needed to vent. At this point, we're not gonna do that. One, some of them are actually probably even tired of hearing it, and that's probably where people are starting to, like, speak up and defend your name. Maybe in the past they entertained it. They thought, like, you know what, dang, that's kind of messed up, and whatever. They're like, oh man, like, but then it's like over time they're probably seeing that this person is like just lying, or this person is just a hater, or you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if this is someone who's been talking about you for a very long time. At this point, people are seeing, like, obviously, like, you're obsessed, or your feelings are hurt, or something's going on, because why are you so, like, why do you always have to speak on this person? Because they know from their own personal, like, because I'm going to speak for myself. If I don't like somebody, if I don't deal with somebody, baby, you ain't even got to worry about me speaking on them, like, at all. Like, because let's be very clear about this. I will not allow anyone to own the space of my brain, to even rent any portion. Okay, ain't nobody getting no 1 bedroom, 1 bath, no 2 bed, 1 bath, no nothing within my brain space to occupy that energy that I could be using towards something else that is productive, that is abundant, that is of high vibration. To dwell on somebody who obviously I don't even deal with, I don't like, or maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, why waste that beautiful brain space on something that you don't care about, or something that's irrelevant? It make sense. You know what I'm saying? So these people are really probably like processing that, because whoever these people are, they're not dumb. So it's like they're thinking like, are you okay? Like, they're like, yeah, nah, this person's hurt. Like, their feelings are hurt. Like, yeah, this person must have did some dumb stuff, and now the person don't want to deal with them, and now they keep talking to us about them. One, we're tired of hearing it. This person could keep telling the same stuff over and over, or keep, like, I spoke to this too a little bit in another message just not too long ago, where someone lies and then they don't remember their lies. So someone could be like telling lies about you, and then the next time they call themselves speaking on you again, they tell another lie about you that contradicts the old lie that they said about you. So the person's like, okay, but I thought you told me they blah, 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 blah. So now you're saying they blah, 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 blah. Well, that don't make sense, because how they blah, 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 but then blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And then the person getting caught up like, what? Well, wait, no, I didn't say that. Like, what? Wait, what are you talking about? Like, no, I didn't. So anyway, we're going to move past this energy because but shout out to the people who defend your name when you're not around. Okay. They are the goats. There's also something about someone who could be considered a goat. There also could be something significant about a Capricorn. Okay. There's also something about someone who is a workaholic. Okay. If this is you, my love, it is important for you to get to your bag. That is without question, right? You got things to handle. You got goals to meet. That is overstood. But please know this. If you are someone, you have children, you have a family, you have a wife, you have a husband, whatever your circumstance is, please do not neglect your family for giving them their quality time that they require of you. There is something about someone is not showing up in the space that they need to show up, and it is now affecting their home life, their love life, their children, whatever. And you could have a partner that is beginning to want to seek attention elsewhere. For one or two of y'all, it's somewhere you really not gonna like, because this could be an ex partner of your lover that is being persuasive towards your partner to come back to them, or to even just give them an opportunity to date one time and get in their head. This could be someone who's really like, well, yeah, if such and such loves you so much, then, you know, why didn't they show up to blah, blah, blah? Why haven't they called your phone to check on you while you're with me? Why, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And really, your partner's been really for a long time doing their best to defend you, right? Like, well, yeah, but you know, they just really have goals, and we're working on trying to get a new house, and they've just really been, they're starting this new business, and you know, and it's like, it's only so many excuses that your partner can keep trying to come up with. This could even be as it pertains to family. It doesn't even have to be with someone that's trying to persuade your partner into a connection. This could be your like their family asking, like, you know, your mother-in-law, your whatever. And they could be like, so what's going on? We ain't seen Brian, or we haven't seen Devin, or we haven't seen, you know, whoever. We ain't seen Lamont, or we ain't seen Amari, or whoever. And it's like, they don't really have any good answers. It's like all of the excuses are kind of running out, and they're now not really adding up, you know? So if this applies to you, and granted, obviously it could be resonating for, this could be you, and you know, whatever. So take the energy as it is for you. But if this applies to you as far as you being the workaholic, please, please, please designate time for the things that you care about and for the things that care about you, because you could really be having to make a decision between the two at some point, or being presented with an ultimatum, or you could just be running the risk of losing something that is very significant to you, because you care more about working than you do taking care of home. Okay, so moving forward, give me 1 second, y'all. There's also something about a basketball player as well. And then there's also something about like a setup. Someone could be trying to set somebody up. This also could apply to that situation where I spoke to like an ex trying to be persuasive to someone's partner. This person could be trying to set it up to where, you know, this person's partner happen to run into y'all somewhere and sees that, like, yeah. Anyway, take the energy for what it is. And then just something could be dealing with, like, you know, dealings of some sort where someone's being investigated. There could be some shady detectives and shady cops that are watching you, that are involved, that don't put anything past these individuals. Okay. Be mindful when you guys have traffic stops or anything like that. If you do get pulled over, roll your windows up, like your back windows, especially your back window, your passenger window. Obviously, you know, they're probably gonna want you to roll down your driver window. You handle that how you will, because I ain't even gonna speak to all that. That's a whole other conversation. But what I will say is just be mindful of the fact that there are dirty cops. Now, shout out to the ones who out here doing what they're supposed to do, out here actually getting the criminals, out here actually protecting and serving, because they are our servants. But that's a whole other conversation. They are public servants, right? So they're supposed to help us. Okay. But be mindful, there are some that want to help themselves, and they will go to the extent of throwing things in the back of your vehicle to set you up. Okay. So I just was prompted to speak to that for someone. So just be mindful of that, guys, especially we are approaching summer from the time of me recording this. And there could be people who, you know, y'all just out doing your thing, hanging out, whatever. You're not thinking anything about that type of stuff, because you could even be legit. You could have your L straight. You could have no drugs in your vehicle, all of those things, right? But just because you left your back window down and they felt some type of way, or they have certain agenda or certain goals that they're trying to meet, you could end up being someone who is a suspect that you on the up and up, but because they wanted to ruin your reputation or whatever the circumstance may be, right? Maybe you're somebody who you already on probation, or maybe you're somebody who you close to, you get that third strike and it's over, right? You gotta do your back time or whatever. It's like, there's something about some shady detectives and shady cops that will go to the extremes of everything to accomplish their goal. Okay, so just be mindful of that as you move throughout the rest of the year and so on and so forth. All right, guys. But yeah, so I hate that I have to end on that note, but yeah, man, listen, be great. Shout out to those of you who y'all know how to keep it moving. You know how to just be cordial when you see certain folk that you don't deal with, and I'm definitely getting that's not like a fake energy. There's just I see you, what's up, how you doing, keep it moving. Some of y'all don't speak at all, and that's cool too, because you owe nobody any interaction, especially if there's someone who has done you bogus. You know what I'm saying? There's also something about, you guys could be going through old albums, photo albums. Excuse me. You could be going through old photo albums, or your family could be looking through, just could be looking through different, just going down memory lane as it pertains to your ancestors or whatever, whatnot. Some of you guys could even be doing like DNA testing, or what is it on ancestry, genealogy and all things like that, trying to find out, your roots and whatnot. Some of you guys could even be doing something as it oh my gosh, something as it applies to like trying to find your ancestors' land. Some of you guys could have paperwork you've come across and found of your loved ones that shows that you guys owned land and it was stolen from you guys. So you guys could be going down that rabbit hole of going through that process of getting your back. Okay. So do what you got to do, handle your business. Okay. Cause you are, it is your birthright. You hear me? Go get your inheritance. And I'm gonna just leave it on that note. All right. I love y'all. I will holler at y'all later. See ya.
Still that one, still that girl, still that chic, yeah. Still that boss, making moves, getting rich, yeah. Crown on my head, ain't nobody finna snatch it. All these dreams in my bag, watch me catch it. Oh yeah. Snakes in the grass, I hit a hit stall. Money in my pocket, never miss, y'all. Walking